Before you begin with the bleeding process, drive the vehicle onto the lift. First, unscrew the lower engine paneling. Then undo the drain hose of the battery box. You have to remove this later. Unlock this by turning it anti-clockwise. Then let the vehicle back down. Now fix the clutch pedal in its normal position with a suitable object. Then open the hood and attach the fender covers to avoid any damage. First, remove the bleed reservoir and place it to the side. We continue with the removal of the battery box. Remove the ground wire and the electrical connections at the battery and the respective holders. Then take out the battery. Undo all the battery box screws. Don't forget to unclip the cable holders. Put the battery box aside. Next, undo the holder of the wiring harness. Unscrew the nut here too. Before you begin with the bleeding process, put on safety glasses and protective gloves. First, unscrew the cap on the brake fluid reservoir. To bleed the clutch, you'll need the brake fluid exchange unit. Connect the unit to the brake fluid reservoir. To do this, connect the hose of the unit to the reservoir. Now take off the cap of the breather connection. Afterwards, unlock the clamp of the hydraulic line. Pull back the hydraulic line to the last notch. Next, connect the hose of the collecting container onto the breathing connection. Begin with the bleeding process by turning on the brake fluid exchange unit. When the brake fluid flows cleanly and free of bubbles through the tube, the clutch is bled properly. Here everything is okay. Turn the unit off again. The pressure of the brake fluid exchange unit falls again. After bleeding, slide the hydraulic line back into place and lock the clamp. Remove the hose from the collecting container. Then put the cap back on the breather connection. Remove the brake fluid exchange unit from the reservoir. Catch possibly resulting fluid with a rag. Screw the cap back on the reservoir. Then check the brake fluid level in the container, and if necessary, set it correctly. Now check the operation of the clutch. Remove the holder and operate the clutch pedal several times. If the clutch doesn't operate properly, you may need to repeat the bleeding procedure. Check the clutch actuation for leaks. In our case, the clutch works fine. You can reinstall all the removed parts.